How to write a dissertation introduction. Writing a dissertation introduction is a bit of a balancing act. On the one hand, you should try to say enough to grab the reader's attention. But on the other hand, you should try not to bombard them with too much information. So, how can you find a happy medium? Hi, I'm Will from Ivory Research, ready to teach you how to write a dissertation introduction that will be sure to earn you top marks. I'll be taking you through the 5 key stages of writing a dissertation introduction. I'll even share my top tips for achieving a first-class grade, so stick around. Now, hold up. If you're trying to write your introduction first, don't. This is the #1 mistake. You should always write your dissertation introduction last. Think about it this way. If you haven't written your dissertation yet, how do you know what bits are most important to tell the reader? At most, jot down a few ideas, but make sure to revisit this at the end. Now, the extra important bit. How long should an introduction be? If you've never written a dissertation before, you may be shocked to find out that each one of the following 5 points should be about a paragraph long. So, get ready to write the longest introduction of your life. Let's get started. So, what makes a good introduction? Well, it should do 2 things. First, it should grab the reader's attention, and second, it should provide the reader with all of the relevant background information they need to understand your dissertation. This is what we call setting the scene. You should ask yourself the following questions. What is the broader topic of my dissertation? Why is the topic interesting? What is the historical context? How did this topic come about, and what came before it? What would a reader need to be able to know in order to understand my research question? The important thing here is to pick and choose the most relevant information. Your readers don't need to know everything, just enough. You might be tempted to summarize your entire literature review in your intro to help you explain everything to your reader. But don't. This is totally unnecessary. You should hint at the most important material from your literature review, but don't reveal everything. Instead, introduce important debates that are relevant to your research questions. This will pique your readers' interest and convince them that your project is both relevant and significant. Top tip: remember to cite enough references in your initial paragraphs. This will show your tutor that you've done your research. Well, now you've contextualized your dissertation. It's time to pinpoint your exact research question. This will tell your reader exactly what you hope to discover by the time you have finished your project. For example, you could write, "This study will explore whether user-generated content enhances brand value in the sports events industry." Then you need to explain why your findings will be significant. For example, these findings may contribute to the wider debate regarding the usefulness versus outdatedness of user-generated content. In short, try not to view your dissertation in a vacuum. Instead, ask yourself, how does my project link to other previous studies? How will my findings contribute to the existing debates? You will get top marks for acknowledging these links. Now, the reader will want to know what methods you'll be using to carry out your research. There are a variety of methods you can choose from, depending on your desired outcome. For example, you could choose quantitative methods. This is when you collect numerical data, perhaps from polls, surveys, or pre-existing data sets. Quantitative methods are typically used when solving a cause and effect hypothesis. Or, you could choose qualitative methods. If you want to collect rich textual information, perhaps from social media content, newspaper reports, or interviews, then this is the method for you. The qualitative approach tends to focus on people's thoughts, feelings, or attitudes, so it can be helpful for answering why-type questions. In some cases, you might even choose to carry out a mixed method dissertation. Whichever you choose, be sure to mention it in the introduction. So, your reader now knows the context around your topic, your overall question and how you are going to obtain insight into it. What's next? You should tell the reader how the dissertation is structured. All you need to do is provide a brief summary of what the reader can expect from each chapter. Remember, you should drop enough hints to spark their interest, but don't give away too many. Remember, you should drop enough hints to spark their interest, but don't give too much away. For example, saying Chapter 2 will provide a review of the existing literature is not enough. It would be better to say something like, Chapter 2 will begin by establishing a definition of brand value, and then consider whether social media marketing, in particular user-generated content, builds brand value in a range of sectors. See how I just told you everything, but nothing at the same time. Makes you want to read more, right? So, that completes our 5 steps to writing a dissertation introduction. Now, if you want to score above 70 on your dissertation, be sure to remember the following 2 tips. Tip number 1. Adopt an engaging writing style. Writing a dissertation is, of course, a formal academic project, but writing in an engaging tone will massively enhance the quality of your work. Top tip number 2. Don't forget to edit your work. Nailing the introduction means you'll have set the tone for your entire dissertation, so be sure to make it perfect. Well, there you have it. Everything you need to know to be able to write a dissertation introduction. We hope that this has been insightful and now you are feeling ready to start writing. Remember, Ivory Research has years of experience in the academic writing and editing market, and we're ready to support you in any way possible. Visit our website at ivoryresearch.com to see the variety of services we have to offer. Leave your questions in the comment section below, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful. Don't forget to click that subscribe button to see our new videos too.